What's up, guys? Frugal BC. Today we are talking some Algorand game up. Hope you appreciated that little reenactment of my gaming sessions. Mostly it's me losing. But hey, we got some cool stuff going on today. Lots of Algorand gaming news to talk about. I'm not even going to go through them all in the beginning. I'm just going to tell you we get the biggest news is about Algorand, so keep an eye out for that. But we're going to talk Gunny, we're going to talk Tame Quest, Cosmic Champs, Bork Borks, and a game on this. I'm going to talk a little bit about a game on the SWE network called Panzer Dogs. That looks really cool. But before we get to that, guys, if you wouldn't mind hitting that like button and subscribe to the channel, you know the drill. Basically, we do the experiment, try things out in crypto, and let you know how it actually is: good, bad, ugly, everything in between. And remember, you don't have to smash the subscribe button or like button. You can just press it gently. Works just fine as well. Also, want to give a big shout out to our sponsors, Non-Fungible Domains. If you want that .algo address, which makes life a lot easier than remembering all those letters and numbers, check out Non-Fungible Domains in the description below. And we are brought to you by Fractal Monsters. Fractal Monsters is a play-to-earn game on the Algorand blockchain. You can play it for free, or you can get one of those critters if you want to earn some stuff, and it's pretty fun. It's a fun game, little game to play. Again, links to both of those are in the description below, as well as a number of other things that I like to use personally. And we'll get back to the show. Let's talk about Algorand, because Algorand caused a lot of stir when they went silent about, I want to say several months ago. But recently, it was unearthed that they are coming back. Let's take a look at, and I shared this on my own channel. Had a little problem with my recording computer on Discord, but here we are. This is from Clifford himself. We did interview him on the channel a long time ago. Said, hello all, we just want to put forth that we will be dusting off the cobwebs soon and getting things going here. We apologize for being away so long. We plan to wake out of hibernation soon, and there will be a substantial announcement, but I wanted to let everyone know we see the excitement and we'll be ramping back up. Yeah, so this goes back to the communication thing that I said before, that this company is like, can't just go silent, and for a little while they did. Then Clifford came up with an explanation saying that, hey, I've got some personal things going on. I've had to step away from the game a little bit. Yes, some people and I were talking about this the other day, like probably have a plan in place in case you do need to personally step away. Like if there's another team, maybe the team can keep working on things or at least maintaining it. Meanwhile, instead of just like shutting down a project. But the more important thing is like communication is key. You got to communicate with people. We had the same thing with Vendible. We did that video, and the whole idea wasn't to necessarily bash on Vendible, but it was to say that you just can't stop communicating. You just can't go silent and stop working on things. Can't do it in crypto. Crypto companies work different than regular companies. You have to communicate to your audience. Well, good to see Algorand coming back. I know I've got a collection of Algorand. I know some other folks do, and it's pretty disappointing if you buy into a project and it disappears, but you do have to, when you buy these things, you gotta realize that you're taking a risk. And so I think that's part of it too. But let's move on to other items. So Bork Borks, which is Hurley and Yomo's Bork Borks. Now there's also Zerkers, which is on the XRP. It's the XRP version. You can buy these. It's basically like a little mini arcade, and you buy this NFT to gain access to the arcade. And I believe each NFT you owns gives you a chance to play once every 4 hours, is what it looks like. The games are pretty fun, but let's see what they got cooking here. Yeah, so hello. Problem with OBS. Here we go. Zorks and Burker and Birds. It's time to play some arcade games and win some Algo and XRP NFTs. It's a doozy of a week with over 15,000 assets activated in the arcade. Check out the prizes below, ending December 17th. Yep, so you can see some Algorand NFTs and XRP one there too. Play and win. And like, I've never won, by the way. I've never won one of these yet. So I have never won one of those little raffle tickets. But it's pretty cool. Look at, you can play, and then there's all your guys. So you have, this guy has 5 of these NFTs, and so he's got 5 chances to play every 4 hours or so. And I only have one. I bought one, but they're not super expensive. I think it was like the equivalent of about 18 bucks. So they're really not bad. They're fun little games, and they're fun little mini games. There's one I really hate. The other ones are kind of fun. The challenge is, like, if you only have one NFT, then you don't get to practice very much. So you don't get to try it out like multiple times. And that can be a challenge. Usually, at least for me, like I kind of have to get my feet on a video game a few times. So that's been a challenge, but it's fun, you know, and it's just a fun little diversion every once in a while you can do. Let's see. Oh, so speaking of Web3 games. Well, that's what we're doing today. Cosmic Champs, which is one of the first games to launch on the Algorand blockchain. They just launched a new bot system that rewards prizes and a whole different assets. So let's take a look at that. All right, so introducing the latest addition to Cosmic Champs, play to earn branded bots. And I played against one of these. It did not win, unfortunately, but let's just see what they have to say. Level up your gaming experience and earn rewards while having a blast. Play for free and start earning some of the OG tokens today. There's Coop. They got Algo League. Let's see what else they got. Gems from Algo Gems, Vest from Vestige, Meta from Cometa Hub, and Elk from Algo League. So actually I have an Algo League. In fact, I have two accidentally. Long story. We have matched every donation and double the prize pot for each bot, and there are 50,000 cosmic gold also available for the grabs. It's not how you would word that exactly, but how do branded prize bots work? Simply play the game, and you might get matched with one of the bots, which I played 2 games this morning, got matched with one bot, one real person, and it was the name was Monty, so I wonder if that was Monty from Crypto Nerd. You can get up to 50% more prizes if you're participating in Cosmic Gold holder tiers, and so there's some ways to do that, but I think they get the idea. They tagged me in this, of course. Probably pretty smart. Cosmic Champs it's a pretty fun game. One thing I would say is like it's not super obvious when you're winning or losing sometimes, and even afterwards, like it just kind of says you win or they won, but it's not always super obvious who's ahead in the battle, because usually you're just busy like trying to fling your little critters out there and try to win. So that's one thing I would say about the game. I still don't really I haven't really grasped the strategy on it, but it is fun. It's a fun little diversion, so worth playing, I think. And this other one I just want to talk about briefly, Tame Quest, which is a game on the Algorand blockchain, just made it to the finals of the Algorand Buildable contest, which had a bunch of developers trying to make projects in a very short amount of time, and there's a series of rounds they try to get through, and the further they get, the better. There's a number of them actually, which is, I think it's just a pretty neat thing that's going on in Algorand, but good for Tame Quest for getting through. This other game I want to talk to is actually not on the Algorand blockchain. It's on the SWI network, which is something I've been kind of exploring a little bit lately. Haven't dived in yet, but this game looks like fun. You can actually play it and download it on your phone you don't have to do any of the blockchain stuff. So I haven't tried it out yet, but I want you to take a look at this. It's called Panzer Dogs. And I just think it's worth looking at, because it just looks like a lot of fun. Kind of looks like a cartoonish version of Spider Tanks on Gala, and I'm curious to try out the crypto elements as well. But it really does look like a lot of fun. It looks just kind of fun, arcadey. This is the kind of stuff I like. Like I'm not really like a Call of Duty kind of person. I like my games just sort of, I really like retro games actually. The stuff I grew up with is a lot of fun. So this stuff looks like fun. This just looks like a game that'll be a lot of fun to play. I like this kind of stuff. So anyway, I'll be trying that out, and maybe we'll be adding that. Like I said, you can get it on iOS and Android. And by the way, you can also get Cosmic Champs on iOS and Android. iOS, you have to get the playtest app. There's a blog post on Cosmic Champs' Medium where they kind of explain how to do it. I wasn't aware of that, so I hadn't been playing it for a long time because I didn't know you could do that. Anyway, one more item today, and that's an update on Gunny, which I had been alpha testing. They just released a new version. Now this is a play-to-earn game on the blockchain, and it was play-to-earn from the day one. I actually earned even some US dollar coin, as well as their own in-game assets playing in the alpha test. Now they did create a Mac version. However, the new update, and we're going to talk about this, the new update is Windows only, and they haven't released, as far as I know, the Mac version, but let's see what the update is first. All right, I want to inform the entire community they were aware of the setbacks encountered with the player versus player version, especially given our small user base scattered across different parts of the world, making it a challenge to find opponents for online play. Yeah, we really struggled with that. A number of us were playing, and you just kind of sit there, one of three or maybe two of three. You had to have 3 players to play. And what I suggested is and I suggest this for any alpha game, I would set aside a time and say, obviously you can play whenever you want, but here's like some suggested times to play that we can all gather so everyone can play. Because otherwise you just kind of sit there. Anyway, they released a new version to address the issue, and if you can't find anyone to play with online, you can enjoy matches against bots while waiting for other players to join. This ensures everyone has the opportunity to participate in the tournament, regardless of their geographical location. You can download the update at gunnygames.com and start accumulating GMMR. And then they have a more recent update I want to show you. This one, it says, are you still not diving into the Gunny tournament? Well, no, and I'll explain why in a minute. It's a breeze. Just grab one Anugi, one character, download the Windows game, and embark on an epic journey to compete for a weekly $100 prize. Okay, so this is the problem I have, because they only released the Windows version and not the Mac version. So if you have Mac, even though you were able to participate early on, now you're left out of this tournament. And I totally understand that it's going to take longer to put the version of the Mac out versus PC, but I think you should wait for your tournament until everyone can play. Because right now only half, well, maybe it's more than half, but right now any people who were using the Mac version can't play right now, and that kind of sucks. So you have this prize tournament, and I helped you alpha test this thing, and now I'm kind of left out, and anyone else with a Mac similarly so is left out. So now I think the game is really cool. It's a pretty fun game. I enjoyed playing it, and I have nothing but good things to say about their development so far. Obviously, it's buggy because it's an alpha, and you can't, with the Mac version, you can't. The last times I tried it, it just doesn't load. It just won't go to the load screen. You can connect your wallet, but then nothing happens. And it used to be it was buggy, but if you did it a few times, it would work. But now it's just not working. So, yeah, I hope they release the Mac version soon. I really think if you're going to have a tournament, you ought to wait till both versions are available so everyone can play it. I'm not going to lie, but overall, I wish them well, and I look forward to that Mac version being out. Anyway, that's it for this week for Algorand news on gaming. I hope you guys are getting out there and playing some games. Really looking forward to actually trying that Panzer Dog ones, and I've been playing my H&Y, my Bork Borks games, and Fractal Monsters, of course. Been playing that. They've got some good updates we shared recently, and yeah, other games too. Cosmic Champs, even definitely going to be playing some of those to see if I can beat one of those bots. But anyway, like I said, like and subscribe if you haven't already. Don't have to smash it. Just press it gently. Hope you guys are staying safe out there. Check out the links below for all the deals and stuff we have down there. And as always, I'm Frugal BC, and I will see you in the future.